Hello everyone and welcome to Season to Watch. Today we're watching Blue Law, episode 118. Yeah, let's go with it. So what happened last time? We had the match of Isagi and Nagi versus Ryo, Chigiri, and Kunigami, which was really tough for them because Barou was not passing like at all. Doesn't matter what happens. They tried to talk to him, yet nothing got through. So, trying everything out, Isagi realized what he had to do. He had to make use of Barou. So, even though he wasn't working with the team, Isagi was making them get distracted with Barou, giving himself and Nagi more openings. And so they started coming back into the game. They made it a 3-3. However, Chigiri also stepped up. He evolved using his like no slowing move. So instead of getting control of the ball, he just pushed the ball so that he can keep running without stopping. And he was in control. So he got past Bottle and scored. Now it's 4-3. You really need Bottle to step up, because he's not doing anything in the game. As Isagi pointed out, a common knowledge in this match that everyone knows is that Barou is useless right now. That's what everyone here knows. So, unless he doesn't evolve like everyone else, he's just getting left in the dust and bringing Nagi and Isagi down with him. So I imagine this episode is where we're gonna have that evolution. Don't really know what that means, but we'll just have to see. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version with mine and we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. Now with that being said, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Fun. Okay. And Filmworks. There's the sound. Now, I'm actually surprised with the recap. I actually said it pretty fast. But yeah, everyone's looking back at Battle, huh? Well, I mean, they've been trying to tell you. And Barou has been, like, kind of going backwards. He wasn't his strongest as Team X. Okay, we're getting some backstory on him. And then there was a match against Isagi, and now the match against their team. Like, he's just getting worse each time. Sure, his individual skill got better with his range and everything, but he can't really use it. They all complied? Yeah. This kind of reminds me of Bakugo, how everyone just praised him and giving him this ego, really. Gave up trying to understand others.
そして気づいた。俺がサッカーを好きでいられるのは、ただ王様気分を味わうためではなく、無論、玉蹴りを愛しているわけでもない。ただ、自分と同じようにサッカーに命をかけてきた人間を、己のゴールで主役の座から引きずり。
That is interesting. Did not expect that. That visual. Well, you got to experience both sides of it. But okay, we started off with a quick battle backstory. Him looking into himself. Yeah, you there. Yeah. By myself. Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious to see how he's gonna step up and evolve his game. Because we're really in the need of it. Judgment, judgment. I really like the shots of everyone. Judgment, judgment. And Rin's the final boss of this arc. That judgment. Okay. Oh yeah. And Barou's already going in by himself. Oh, once again he failed at it. Okay, Nagi. Already stepped up. Gummy games. I really like all the nicknames people give in this show as well. Yeah, Isagi's trying to come in. But where's Chigiri? Yeah, Rio's putting effort. Loose ball. I'm still looking for Chigiri here. No, I don't think that's enough for your evolution here. Yeah. You may be stronger physically, but he has the speed. Huh? And what are you gonna do about that? Okay. Look at that spiritual pressure. Barou passed the ball. Even he was surprised. Like, oh, I just did that. And there we go. Forge 4. Now we still need one more go. But Bot already did something that he hasn't done so far. So maybe that's the first step he needs to change. His whole ideas are breaking apart. His whole mindset. And the interesting thing is that he's talking about defeat to his own teammate. It's not like, oh, he lost to the other team, which he already did twice, but in that moment he lost to Isagi, his teammate. Yeah, all these moments with Isagi, and look what happened. He evolved. Now it's your turn to choose. He took the lead. It served him instead. Okay, that is very impactful for Bato to say that. Like, has a lot of meaning. Bato realized that he's not the king right now. Considering how stubborn he has been with that. But yeah, like, they realize how Isagi is a big problem. And look, Meanwhile, look at this thing. They're all in agreement. Like, okay, in this situation, Chigiri speed's our best option. Okay, we'll rely on that. Oh yeah. And they realize that Chigiri's a problem as well. Basically, the big problems this match are Chigiri and Isagi. If we start a sprint at the same time, and there's some building up that strategy. Oh, look at that. Nagi's accepting sharing this with Barou. And Isagi gave up on him. Nagi like, okay, I tried. Nothing to it. Not gonna force anything. Yeah, because they know he's your big play. They're forcing you to Kunigami, huh? Yeah, they went with it. Now, 1v1 is kind of tough getting past Barou. The big thing is that Barou doesn't pass, so you can kind of overwhelm him. Now it's gonna get past Isagi. Okay, he's testing the grounds. Like, oh, not yet. And Chigiri already started it. Nagi, instead of going to Chigiri, he's going towards the ball. Like, stopping before he can get there. Yeah, exactly. He's trying to get to the ball before it reaches. Because he can't reach the connecting point beforehand. Yeah, they were trying to make it difficult to pass it so that he has this big arc. Now he's relying on Nagi's ability. Ooh, look at the effort Nagi's putting into it. Well, that's what they have. That's what they have at hand. Now is came directly to Barou. Well, let's go, Donkey. Come on. Now, what are you gonna do, Barou? Ooh, now that he's accepted things, he's just seeing how different the situation is and how it draws into Isagi. Yeah, it's not just Isagi. Like, everyone here is going all out. Meddling missing. Yeah, he's a bottom one here. All these routes scoring. Yeah, you're the supporting role. No. Oh, even Naruhaya in that. This is how they felt. By entrusting the goal. Okay. He's finally realizing what it is to be a team. But yeah, that's very different from the Barou we know. I guess, like, in the back of his mind, he's still holding back. but it won't get you to the very top. Yes. Oh, look at that vision of a possible future for Barou. Just watching the game from afar. And Isagi is the one playing. Not him. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I like that effect. Yeah, now that they see him pass, it opens up so much that they have to deal with. Chops. Oh, he has to. What you need to see is... Ooh. Look at that. He's hiding behind Isagi to bring out the big move. Now's my time to devour you. Yeah. Just like Isagi was using Barou, Barou just used Isagi there. Interesting chemical reaction. But even if he's not gonna fall into a supporting role, it was good that he saw how it is to be in the supporting role. Like, he got a different perspective. At least saw how it is. Welcome back, King. Yeah. But as long as you use that new potential as part of the team, like, we can get stuff out of it. And we just got the title now, I just realized. Yeah. Isagi C1. Nope. I was being hopeful, like, maybe? Nope. If I've denied. Oh yeah, very denied. Oh. Yeah, he's mad about the donkeys. Up until this point, you were, but you evolved past donkey. And there we go. Yeah, he's praising you. Because he just came to him, yeah. I want to hear this. You versus the world. They still the leading role for sure. And for a moment there, Barou had was part of the supporting cast as the villain. Yeah, it was because he was so overwhelmed by everyone in the field. Chop dribbling. I'm not really too familiar with Chop. Yeah. But hey, he's sharing stuff with the others. But he's admitting he lost to Isagi here. Yeah, the music? Ooh. He always called him Donkey before, but... No one's keeping track. Yeah, you call him by his name once. Come on, now it's my turn. You guys are so distracted for yourselves. You still need to pick one from the other team, you know? That's soundtrack, though. Okay. I like that the effects are even on the video footage. Yeah, he's just putting them into tough situation, and whatever happens, happens. Yeah. Sometimes you just have a bad day. What matters is what you take from that loss. That is a good way to put it. Now, when they lose, they make excuses instead of learning from it. Yeah, not giving up's not necessarily the answer. Dream doping. Instead of achieving the dream, they're going to change from to chasing the dream. Yeah, it's the test. The ability to feel despair. Some stuff you can only see when you're at the bottom. Those that always wins don't really know the same stuff as somebody that loses. You can learn a lot from it. If yeah, even Nagi was putting a fight against Kunigami. And yeah, they were relying on Ryo and Chigiri. Kunigami was just there at the end. And each of you wanted one. Look at that. Just oh, come on. Really? They're really leaving this for next episode? They're not even gonna end with it, the choice being made? Wow. They really got me there. I mean, according to this ED, it seems to be real, but I'm not really sure how we got to that answer. Because Chigiri was the one that was showing up on that match. Chigiri was the one that Isagi was wanting. So, how do we reach the conclusion of Rio? So I'm very curious how this is gonna go, but we're not gonna get it right now. I really thought we were gonna go for it, but they kept prolonging it with Isagi, Nagi, and Barou discussing, and then we had um, Ego and Andy talking. All that before we got to the decision, and the time's over. The episode ended. Yeah. DZ and the new allies. And Unis. Blue Luck Journal. Oh, okay. Her schedule. I like the music. They help date on each player. Update the personal date on each one. Oh yeah, she's doing a lot of work. She's studying on soccer. Mostly criticism. Check the health data again. Oh yeah, her day's packed. It's the same thing every day. But is he gonna eat it though? Look at that, she looks really cute. And he's just filling up with spices and mayonnaise. Or Henri. All this for the sake of winning the World Cup. You're putting a lot of work in here, Henri. We appreciate you. And that's the episode. So, I don't really have much to say about the Blue Luck Journal. Not additional time, because I basically said it during it how much work Henri's putting into things, and very tough for her, and just gotta keep going at it. You're doing great work there for a greater goal. But let's talk about the episode, because very much it's a lot about Barou's internal strife, like his mentality, because he was finally seeing how things were different from how he usually is, because normally, even since he was little, everyone was working for him. Everyone was a supporting cast while he had the leading role. But here, while he was fighting Chigiri, trying to get to the goal, but his zone was just too far for him to reach because Chigiri was on him. Isagi showed up with his presence and made Barou pass the ball, which even Barou was shocked to see what he had done. And with Isagi scoring, he saw that he wasn't the leading role anymore. Isagi took that from him, and he admitted his loss. Which gave him just a crushing defeat, as his whole system broke, and he was accepting to take a supporting role. He just realized that I'm not the leading role here. I am not the king. They are. And he was accepting and was gonna go with it. Like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to pass to them for them to score, because this is not my job anymore.
圧倒的なストライカーにゴールを託すことで救われる。これが敗北した脇役の存在意義なんだ。
But in the back of his mind, there was still regret and holding him back. Like, no, hold on now. You're not gonna be passing that ball. You're Barou. You're gonna be the one scoring the goals, not watching the others win the World Cup. You're gonna be there winning the cup. So he came to that realization that he's had to step up and how he had to evolve there. And so he did those chops to get past Chigiri, to get past I think with Rio, how he, just like Isagi used Barou was using Isagi there, just using him as cover for his move and everything, so that he got past the enemy team and scored himself.
人生を否定しないための現実逃避。俺はこんな未来を生きたいわけじゃない。連続チョップ、こいつ潔をおごりに使いやがった。自分の突進力を殺さずに切り返す稲妻ドリブル。敗北を知ったからこそ見るべきは主役連絡確かなルートなんかじゃなく、俺のゴールのために存在するこのシャドウ。お前らが主役なら俺はその光を食らう悪役にでもなってやる。
Now, I hope that gives it a whole new view for Barou. Like, we go back to the Team X Barou, but with the skills of the second selection Barou. Which means that he still has his ego, like he still wants to go in there and score, to be the #1 player, the leading role, the king. But in certain situations, he is gonna be able to work with the team, not gonna like bullheaded and try to fight the whole enemy team by himself. Hopefully that's what we're getting here. But yeah, his skill certainly improved, because so far all improvement we had was the longer shot at the goal, the 29 meters, which was not quite the center, the kickoff area, the center of the stage, because every time he shot that he missed, I believe. But he maybe hit it once during the match against Isagi and Nagi, but I don't really remember exactly. But yeah, so that was all the improvement he had so far. Now he got some more improvement. You can see that has to do with his dribbling, so that he can just keep the ball going, so that he can keep moving closer to the goal, while it's not necessarily focused on passing to the others. I believe in a way is a fake path. How it really seems that he's gonna pass the ball, but actually he's gonna keep it and just go around the other player, so that he can keep the momentum while they're stuck in a position that they were gonna block the pass. But since there was no pass, they're blocking nothing. At least that is my take, because I'm not too familiar with chops. Like, I know some soccer, football stuff, but not an expert, okay? So, forgive me for any lack of knowledge here. And it's really nice to see how he admitted defeat against Isagi. How, yeah, after everything would be true between me and Isagi, he was always the donkey, but this time he defeated me, which was so interesting to see that he was talking about being defeated by a teammate. He wasn't the enemy team, despite him having lost twice in the second selection. Those weren't really defeat. They were the fault of my teammate's lack of skill. It wasn't him losing. It was his teammates losing, basically. But this time around, he admitted, like, I lost to my teammate. So at the end of the match, he actually called Isagi by his name and not Donkey. Which Nagi realized that and called him out on it. Like, hey, you call out by his name for the first time, but you're not calling me by name. Come on, give that to me. So hold on there. He hadn't admitted a loss against you just yet. He had thought of you taking the leading role, but that's because of Isagi, really. So you still need to step up on Barou's view. And I guess, before the end, we can talk about the whole talk that Jinpachi was talking. The whole talk that Jinpachi, oh my god, great words. The whole conversation that Jinpachi was having about the value of defeat. How when you lose, that's really the deciding moment for your dream. Like, are you gonna just make up some excuses? Are you gonna give up, and instead of going after the dream, you're going after the chase? Like, are you just gonna ignore the loss? Act like that never happened? Like, what are you gonna do? Well, you have taken that loss and learn from it. Why did I lose? How can I get better? Like, where did I go wrong? And improve on that. So that you keep getting better and better. So as I was saying, somebody that always won doesn't see the same values as somebody that has lost before. Because those that have lost, they have the hunger for the win, while those that wins just, that's the basic. Like, don't really know anything other than this. So what to expect? So yeah, Rin is probably in that latter group. Well, now Barou's seeing time and time again how he's in the former group. Oh, sure, he lost the previous matches and he was just blaming on the other Messi or Naruhaya and everything, but now in the middle of this match, he's not blaming Isagi or Nagi. he's blaming himself and realizing where he was going wrong. So, yeah, all that leads is for improvement, which that's what we got.
敗北っていうのは勝負の世界に必ず発生するただの現象だ。大事なのは敗北に何を学ぶか。なのに多くの凡人どもはこの絶望を正しく刻まない。ここ重要。叶えるためにあったはずの夢がいつの間にか追うことが目的にすり替わる。必要なのはこの瞬間に己の非力を痛感できる強さ。絶望する才能だ。絶望してもなお戦わんとする人間に夢を叶える力は宿る。
俺は今までこのフィールドは俺一人のものだと思ってた。だがブルーロックで生き残るために悪役としてフィールドを制圧する方法を見つけた。
Now, to end the episode, we have the decision of Ryo, Chigiri, and Kunigami. If we go according to the ending, the choice is Ryo because we have Nagi, Barou, Ryo, and Rin wearing that red outfit. Now, it could be that there were just indication of teams he goes up against. No, because he never went against Nagi. So yeah, I tried to find another reason, but no, they seem to be his teammates for the second selection. So it points to Ryo being the choice. But as I was saying, like, Chigiri was a problem in that match. He evolved and was really being a big problem. Like, he was being the big focus that they had to block however they can. And Isagi himself, before the match, was thinking that Chigiri was gonna complement their team very well with his speed. So I don't really know yet how they gone from that to Ryo, especially since the reason why they could have chose Ryo was because of Nagi's promise to Ryo, which was the weakest reasoning out of the three. And of course, there's the fact that Isagi wanted Chigiri, Nagi wanted Ryo, and Kunigami, and Barou wanted Kunigami. So how are they gonna come to a unanimous decision here? Because it seemed like in their head they all agreed already. Maybe they talked it out when they left before the Ego and Henri talk. Who knows? We'll just have to figure that out next episode. So with that being said, see you next time. Bye!